Houston Texans. Mike Tirico along with my partner Gxlden. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Houston. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Think back to a couple years ago, he's the 2nd overall pick. He's the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Going into year 2, Mike, I think the expectations were that he was going to blow up onto the scene and be MVP-type quarterback. The team as a whole took a little bit of a step back, and so did CJ. So I think going in, they're motivated. I think they want to recapture a lot of the magic from CJ Stroud's rookie year and now see, okay, in year 3, with the pieces he has around him, they think the sky's the limit.
That one good for 29.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run back. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll go play action with Stroud. To the right side, and Kurt's got it. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
Taken down at the 17-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
For the field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
You know, you think back, Mike, to a year ago, 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round of the NFL draft, and Bo Nix was probably the least heralded coming out of college, but was able to lead his team to the playoffs, and he really did it by earning his job out of training camp, and he never looked back. 29 touchdown passes, the most ever by a rookie in Broncos history.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and that will lead to a second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Third year man, Will Anderson. Getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
On fourth down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Texans offense ready now for their second drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin first and 10. Throwing is Stroud. open man. Downfield, it's Nico Collins. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Nick Bonito, getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Stroud. To the left side, caught by Schultz. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down. Here's Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. And back deep is Marvin Mims. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 35 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
2nd down. Nix. He connects with Mims. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
16-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and a yard. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal, Denver.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
We'll go play action with Nix. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. A run with Dobbins. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go. Broncos move out to a 7-3 lead.
7, Texans 3.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Stroud. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Gxlden Higgins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On the handoff, this is John. Find some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Stroud to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Stroud. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
And he'll go forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Gxlden. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Only a yard.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action. Stroud. The pressure too much, and he goes down. Nick Bonito getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
second down for Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now a deep ball here for Collins. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On the bootleg, it's Nix. And complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Play action now. It's Nix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Will Anderson. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Third and long. Throwing is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Broncos with the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and He put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and 10. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Tremont Smith on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throw right side taken by Bryant. And will be forced out of bounds. A very short game.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Pre-snap, the quarterback loved that man matchup on his tight end, and a crossing route is a great man coverage beater. He's able to run away from the coverage, run to the far side of the field to a bunch of open grass. Ball's on target. Nice pickup.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Will find his man. That's Jaden Higgins. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It is a big-time play for Houston. 37 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal as they convert on 3rd down.
That's another Texans 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot, buy some extra time for your offensive line, and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stroud, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Justin Sternad getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Back-to-back sacks back them up. What's going to happen now on 3rd and goal? Here's Stroud. To the sideline. Nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, it's back out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Look wide, get this one complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Broncos.
16 yards. And the Broncos, first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
At the 47-yard
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
A short one into the hands of Troutman. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 30.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive linemen out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 28.
It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
First down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Second and goal. Harvey will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Lutz for the extra point.
After.
He's got it. And the Broncos are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6.
Texans 6. Will
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Over the middle. He's got the tight end, Schultz. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
Well, has been the case this entire 1st half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Chubb takes this handoff, running left. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9. Stroud to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Schultz. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
At the 15-yard line.
A run up the middle with Chubb. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that 1st contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Next the score, Broncos 17, Texans 13.
Still a little time. Final minutes of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here's Mims. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Broncos take over.
The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. One final throw before the break. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. There's that man again. Another catch.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
A gain of 14.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
From the 33, here's second down and 7. They send Sutton in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now a give up the middle, and he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 20, here's second down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He'll try to run for it. And he will score! Bo Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. It's up and through. Broncos will extend this third quarter lead.
Texans 13.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back, It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete. And he will go all the way. Christian Kirk, touchdown, Houston. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for two.
The Texans will line up.
They'll let Chubb try to run it in. And he cannot get in. The try for two comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense. And their running back set to go once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another first down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
On second down, it's Nix. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Now, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
The Broncos bringing out their puncher. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Texans offense and Christian Kirk getting set for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Start this drive. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up the 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. There's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another set.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
The Texans set to punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 1.
this offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. This one complete to Sutton. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
16 yards.
A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
DJ Speed on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Denver 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And a Broncos 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Nick's going to keep it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. On play action. Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately?
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Texans getting all set to punt. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll give it to Dobbins. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Drop play here for Harvey. And he'll get forward for about a yard. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. It's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter. But time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
It is 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's going to look downfield once again. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
To return, it's Mims. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Handoff now for Harvey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Broncos.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Texans' 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. A run once more. That's Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. To throw is Nix. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. It's 2nd down.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there, just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they've just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Second down. Nix. Got a man, that's Sherfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Nix from the gun on third down. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Again, it's Harvey. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run here with Harvey. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. A run with Harvey. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
11 more yards.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
To the 5-yard line.
E.J. Speed on the tackle. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
2nd and goal. Now Nick's going to look to throw. They're trying to set up the tight end screen there, but that winds up incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get.
25-yard attempt.
Another one through the upright. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Broncos will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. From the gun, here's Stroud. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard
Critical
line.
3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright. And it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Stroud. Push this one downfield, looking for Schultz. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on 4th down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. We'll go play action with Nix. He's got it at the 7. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal, Denver.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
On 1st and goal, Harvey. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his big tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Texans 19.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Stroud. Throw on the run is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
Gxlden Higgins. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw, it's Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
First down throw for Nix. He'll step up and run this. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Denver.
Now, this looks like a design run. And the Broncos are going to have what looks to be a first and goal. He'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Broncos first down.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up first and goal.
A run on first and goal. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. Again, it's Harvey.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. His kick is good. Broncos are able to extend the lead.
Broncos 47, Texans 19.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard
Texans
line.
offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Here we go. Final play. Over the middle. He's got the tight end Schultz. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Gxlden and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.